Hawaii, Big Island?
Yeah.
No, it's Big Island, Nova Scotia.
Oh, there you go.
It's Big Island, Nova Scotia.
Oh, there you go.
So,
Shane, I'm sorry. I just realized when I share my screen to share audio, I'm going to be stealing the screen share as well. So we're going to lose the lyrics. Unless let me just try playing it, and we'll see whether it picks up in my mic and it goes out that way. Let's see if that's just awful. Okay.
Okay.
So let me know how this works out. Just checking. Is that going to work?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
that sounds pretty
Start
close.
again here.
That sounds pretty close.
Okay. All right, we're doing it again. Here we go.
We got a call from some good friends of mine. Said we should visit if we had the time. They'll bring the food and we'll bring the wine. We'll meet up on Big Island. Locked up the city and left it behind. Headed to the North Shore in a new state of mind. We didn't realize the magic we'd find. Oh, out on Big Island. Oh, Big Island. Miles of beaches and highlands. Sit on the sand dunes and watch the waves roll. Acres of pine trees replenish your soul. Sometimes you feel you might never grow old. Oh, out on Big Island. Whoa, on Big Island. Out came the brownies, we passed them around. Broke out the guitars and oh, what a sound. We knew the good times were soon to be found. On Big Island. Whoa, Big Island. Miles of beaches and highlands. Deep golden sunsets and clouds going by. Sit around the fire and watch the sparks fly. You can see every star in the sky. Whoa, from Big Island. Whoa, from Big Island. Now that our time here has come to an end, we must say so long to our dear old friends. But I know we'll be returning again and again to Big Island. Whoa, Big Island. Miles of beaches and islands. Sit on the sand dunes and watch the waves roll. Acres of pine
Right on, man.
Yeah, I think I made a mistake on that last. It was
Yeah.
supposed to be the two choruses together.
So, yeah, on the fire, and let me fix the 6 on the fire and watch the sparks fly.
And just a note about the brownies that cannabis is legal in Canada, so.
Every star in the sky. All right, cool, man. Let me get that there. Whoa, on Big Island. And I think this was up here, right? That's what it should be, right?
Yes. Yeah. So the
So you have the pine tree chorus this
Yeah.
time. Then you have the sparks fly chorus
Yeah.
this time. And you probably want the hook there.
Yeah, and there's a room that was left in there for a solo. Actually, the guy that lives on Big Island is a keyboard player and plays blues harp, and so he was going to play the solo in there, but he just hasn't gotten around to it yet. So that's
Right
why
on.
there's kind of a hole there.
That's cool. No problem. All right. Super cool. There's a couple things I would consider. First of all, the whoa, Big Island, and I'm assuming you guys can't hear my keyboard, right? Can you guys hear that?
No.
Sorry, Zoom.
No.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, we can hear it, but it's not disturbing.
You can hear the piano?
No.
No, I thought you said like
No.
typing.
You hear the
or
click of the
keyboard.
keys,
Yeah,
but
clicking.
not the generator.
Oh, you're picking up the mic hitting my keyboard. All
Okay,
right.
we got it.
Well, here's Ira. Will you play that first verse again for me? And I'm gonna cut you off. So be prepared to hit stop.
Play the first verse again. All right,
Yep.
all the way back to the beginning. Here we go. Do you want the intro too? We'll just play it.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
We got a call from some good friends of mine. Said we should visit. We had the time. They'll bring the food and we'll bring the wine. We'll meet up on Big Island. Locked up the city and left it behind. Headed to the North Shore in a new state of mind. We didn't realize the magic.
All right, stop there.
Oh,
All right, stop there.
Big Island.
Okay, this is a real simple thing. So yeah, this is a real simple thing. So yeah. And now I'm actually getting the echo. And now I'm actually getting the echo in my voice. So
I think you're hearing it through Ira.
It's Ira's mic.
testing 1, 2, 3. Oh, there we go. It was Ira's mic. All right. So we got a da mine. Said we wouldn't, and he had the time. What I'm trying to do is the Whoa Big Island, which is a phenomenal hook. And not only is melodically it's great, and your guitar riff, like your guitar riff also follows that same rhythm and pattern. It's great. So in your verses, I would simply just avoid those notes, because we got a call from a good friend of mine, said we wouldn't if we had the time. They'll bring us the food and they'll bring the wine. We'll meet up on Big Island. So that verse is fine. But then you get here, locked up a city, I left it behind. Headed to the North Shore of a new state of mind. We didn't realize the magic. So that last half of that verse, that goes up to the hook. And so what happens is the hook comes, whoa, Big Island. And especially in the whoa, Big Highland in the chorus, it loses its impact because we already heard those notes. And so what you're doing is you're toning down your verse a little bit melodically, just so that you can have that gigantic surprise impact, and saving the whoa, Big Island, like saving those notes, specifically the whoa-oh part, as something new and fresh for your listeners.
Yes, I've heard you say that a few times in other critiques, and I realize now that that's exactly what's happening there. Like you say, it's like you're almost previewing the chorus that's coming up.
Yeah. And it's not because the verse melody is bad. The melody's quite good. It's just you're just killing the surprise. You're killing the punchline. It was kind of weird for me to have what you have here is really, it's a different musical section. So you have verse, chorus, and then you have new section. And I'm going to call it the bridge, just because that's usually what I call new sections. It doesn't have to be, or we call it verse 2 or musical section number 2 that should be a verse. And then you have the chorus. Then you go back to the old chorus. And what I would do is I would keep this melody.
Yeah, I think of it as the bridge, but you could also call it the strip.
Yeah, well, and I would make this the bridge. Now that our time has come to the like make this the musical section. It felt funky to me to come to a brand new section. Lyrically, it's not really functioning as a bridge. It's just here's what we're doing. Hey, we're gonna go out to Big Island. Here's what we do on Big Island, and now we're taking off. Now we're leaving Big Island. You know, have kind of a traditional 3-part story. And it's a pretty traditional song form itself. You know, verse, chorus. A traditional song form is verse, chorus, bridge, chorus. You have kind of this double verse, which is fine. That's not a non-standard thing to do. So I would strongly consider making this music here the same music as these guys up here, and then make this section where we leave, use the music that you had here, so that this truly becomes the bridge. So it becomes a more traditional song form: verse, chorus, bridge, chorus. That's
yeah.
Because it just can't, and again, musically it's super cool. I mean, there's nothing wrong musically. It's not like, oh, that music was terrible. You need to
Kind of comes out of left field though, because and it was because it was about, basically, these special brownies, and how we in actual fact we just partied too much and couldn't get the song written while we're on the island, so I wrote it a week later. But but I see what you mean. I don't know if those weird chords would work as well with that.
Lyric.
Yeah, so it might be that, just find a different.
Yeah, I mean, you could do. All right, so you could say goodbye to this. Write something here. Write more about the Big Island. Because, to be honest, the only thing you say that our time here has come to an end, the only time you've talked about are the brownies and the guitars. That's the only thing you have two verses about, hey, I'm going to go to that place.
Mm.
And then you only have two, and when we get there, we only do two things, brownies and guitars, and then we leave.
Well, I guess I think about in the choruses, we talk about sitting on the sand dunes, watching the waves,
Yeah, that's true.
walking in
Fair.
the woods, the sitting around the fire and all that sort of thing as kind of activities that we did there, but they're not in a verse.
That's a fantastic point. So maybe you could imagine miles and beaches and night. Like what if you took the golden sunset and stripped this back and made that into the verse and have the same chorus each time?
Right. Okay. Yeah. Because I was wondering about that, having sometimes the chorus change too much, whether you don't have that recurring, same chorus lines.
Yeah.
But there's enough in there to create a verse out of it. Too.
Yeah. So and now because to me this section lyrically is kind of a throwaway. You don't. I mean, I do like the part saying goodbye to the dear friends. But the song's about the Big Island. But you're not spending that much time on the actual island, except in the chorus. So I don't know. That's a thought.
Yeah, it wasn't as much about saying goodbye to them as much as saying we're going to be coming back again and again.
Yeah.
Because we had such a great time, or it was so magical, right? That was kind of what that was about, and also because it's the same verse. It's the same verse chords, which are kind of pretty standard cowboy chords in 6/8 time, but then you have that extended going to the A minor and extending that verse out.
Yeah. Well, and here's another thought like this. We knew the good times are soon to be found. To me, that's a throwaway line. Because instead of talking about the good times we were going to have or that we did have, that's talking about the good times without actually talking about the good times you had. Which is another reason why it works better as a bridge, because a bridge can kind of sum up things. Out came the brownies, we passed them around, broke out the guitars, and know what a sound. We got so stoned that we, I'm just kidding. Spend more time talking about what you do and not about how great it was. That's like, hey, Bruce, this is Shane here. Guess what? I just went on a trip. How was the trip, Shane? Man, it was great. Man, we did things, and there was this one day where we went to this place, and man, it was great. And then on another day we drove and saw some other stuff.
Yeah.
And the author, you have all that backstory. You know all the stuff that happened. So you listen to this song and you're like, I love the Big Island, but we don't love the Big Island because we don't know what happened on there. We just know that you like going there. We know that when friends call that you go to this place, and we know that once you go that you want to go back. But we don't have your listeners don't have the backstory.
Of the detail.
And that's a little too harsh, because yes, you do put that in your courses. So it's a little unfair of me to say that,
No, but I see your points.
I would almost rather have you have the sand dunes and the pine trees and all that stuff in the verses, and then I'm returning again and again to Big Island. Sometimes you feel you might never grow old. I know we'll be returning again. I know. Whoa, Big Island. Like have. It's the old thing that I bring up about lines that sum up, or lines that need context and lines that give context. I know I'll be returning again and again. That sounds like a chorus phrase. Like this is a great. Sometimes you feel like you never grow old. That's a great chorus phrase. I don't know. Just I'm spitballing. Can we give Bruce a big round of applause?
Thank you, Shane. I appreciate that.
You are very, very welcome. John, how's it going, man?
Howdy. Hey.
How's your day?
Oh, it's good. It's actually warm here.